YOSHIKI 降臨しましたよ。
I had this long intro I was going to do while I was waiting for you to come in, but I figured,
I can
let's just
I can
get to
listen
it.
to listen you introducing me. Okay.
I mean, you really want me to read my introduction
Why not?
about all the
not?
cool things
Yeah,
you've done?
yeah.
Let's just get into it, because I have a lot of questions for you about, before we actually talk about the film, I want to talk about the other cool thing that happened today at this theater. You made history as the first Japanese artist to have your hands and footprints put in cement outside. Something like Marilyn Monroe and C-3PO and Charlie Chaplin, get Tom Cruise. Now you tell us about this honor and tell me about the ceremony. Like Gene Simmons was there.
Yes. Again, well, first of all, thank you so much for being here. Means a lot to me. Yes, it's I'm like, how do I deserve this kind of honor? Trying to digest and trying to, still been pretty jet lagged, and I feel like I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and then everything was a dream.
Well, I want to know. You always wear such fabulous shoes and stuff. Did you wear like special shoes so they would be immortalized forever and also not be ruined by all this cement?
So I just changed the shoes. I just realized I was walking the same shoes I did the Hands and Foot event. Then I just did the interview in my room. Like, is that the shoes you've been wearing? Oh yes. Then somebody reminded me, this, if you donate this or if the charity auction can be $1 million. Oh my God, okay, I should change the shoes. So, yeah. Then I just changed the shoes to, other cool pairs. It's a different one.
Those are good pair of shoes. The whole outfit is working for me. But do you know how you became selected as, what's the process for how one gets chosen? There's only so many tiles of cement out there, they gotta be picky, right? How did this come about?
Good question. I think I've been under the radar, I guess. Luckily. So then I'm selected.
Congratulations again. So, so you've been pretty much, owning the Chinese theater like all day today. It's been your day, and we all got to see Under the Sky just now here on the big screen. Everyone loved it. So it's not obviously your first film. One of my favorite documentaries of all time is We Are X, and a lot of people here have seen We Are X. But this is your first film that you got to direct. So it's your directorial debut, so congratulations again. Tell me why you want this project to be the one where you've done so many other things, you've kind of run out of things that you haven't done, and now you're doing this. What was about this project?
Well, I was pretty much involved with We Are X too, but I wanted to, be subject in terms of We Are X. No, I was involved, but then this project, I was, involved more than ever. Then, I was not thinking as being a director or anything. I was just organizing everything, which means I was directing. As like somebody reminded me, you're a director. I was like, I think so too. So then I was kind of like kind of hesitant to put my name on it, but towards the end of the process, people said, "Why not? Like yeah, let's because yeah."
Why hesitant though? Why wouldn't you want to do that?
I don't know. I was just a little shy or something like this. Also, I'm also the subject of this film too. So but so I became officially director of the film.
You did a great job. Has it whet your appetite for directing other things, either documentaries, features, television?
I always have a lot of idea. Yes, I've been already asked to do a few, because there's some kind of process of, the screening has that happening past few months. I been that is tempting, but I have not decided,
In all your incredible amount of spare time, surely you can direct a few films. On top of all the other things I need to ask you about. But I want to talk about this film more because you've been working on this for a while, and I've sort of known about it. I feel like it changed over obviously I think you were working on before the pandemic, or at least had the idea for it. Can you tell me about how it evolved? How maybe you envisioned it as one thing and it kind of turned into something else?
Actually, there are 2 films I have been working on. This is one of them. There's an entire another world going on at the same time. But this is more like a collaboration film. If We Are X, I shouldn't say this one, but if We Are X is 1, I was working on 2. This is 1.5. If that's the way, I can explain this. But I wanted to, then, we were kind of started screening to get an idea of how people feel. Then, the distributors that said this should be amazing if we can play in the theater, big screen. Then, so we re-edited again and again and again to fit in a kind of 90 minutes story. So that's why at the end said to be continued. So we shot maybe 3 times more than where you saw 2. That's still 1.5 film category.
So what is the plan for 2.0 or 2.5 or what's the next one?
It's not like iPhone though, but
Whatever we're going to call it, however we're going to number it.
Should be 14 or 15 coming right now, right?
Well, what I want to hear, perhaps we're jumping ahead of it, but what is the plan for the next?
I'm sorry?
What is the plan for the next film?
I have like always random ideas, and then so I think I should stick to Under the Sky for now.
We'll have to meet again when the next one is here.
Yes, but this film is obviously it's a documentary film, unscripted. I did not know what I'm kind of drama I was getting into. We just wanted to, and other amazing artists just wanted to, lift up the vibe of the people. This project started during the pandemic, so wanted to make you guys happy, or just, as an artist. Then I bumped to join the filming. I just happened to saw one of my fans' social media message. I mean, that could be easily a fake, right? But just for that moment, I was filming, I responded, "How are you doing? How's your wife?" Then he started telling me the story about my wife is, I may not live longer. Like, I just got very felt, I don't know, just if I could do anything. Anyway, then there's a moment there was a filming day. So as you might have seen, this film is shot with a really high quality camera, which usually they use for shoot for Batman or something like this. They don't use it for the documentary, those high quality cameras. But I went kind of crazy enough to use those super high quality camera. Then, one day, my staff actually approached the gentleman. So my staff would like to interview you for your story. Then he did not know I'm gonna show up. Wow. Then I was in Los Angeles. There was those Batman quality camera surrounded by me. Then I did not know he is even real or not. He was in Japan. Also, it was kind of sensitive, but is it okay for us to send a film crew several cameras to your place? He kindly said yes. Then again, I didn't know he was for real or not. So I said, just let's do this.
I think it's very cute at the end where he's like, I hope it ends up in the film. Like, oh, it ended up in the film. It
I know.
changed the film.
That's all I wanted to. I didn't say anything to that premiere. Yeah, it was so sad. His wife passed away, but at least we, including myself and including you, everybody kind of like made him like life something very. I don't know. I couldn't find the right word, but we kind of.
You know, he's seen the film.
Yes, actually, he came to the premiere. Also, he came to one of my shows. Yes. Yeah.
Was he surprised how much of a part he ended up being in it? He got more screen time than some other people.
Well, I have. Check. Your microphone's on? Check. Your microphone's on. Check. My microphone's dead. It's not like a haunted house film or anything. It's okay. Ready? You wanna check the microphone? I'm talking to this microphone right now. Okay, thank you. Yes, a lot of interesting things happen around me right now. Are we shooting this documentary right this moment? Okay. We are part of my new documentary. Thank you. What was the question?
He was surprised at how featured he was in the film. He's a big part of it.
Yeah, I know. I have not really talked right after this film because I've been completely traveling. So,
Okay.
yeah, I was in London 3 days ago, and then yesterday I was in San Francisco.
I'll just project. So, let's talk about the other people in the film. Obviously, all the artists. They are quite right. I don't know if there's anyone else who would collaborate with Sarah Brightman, Scorpions, Chainsmokers, St. Vincent. I mean, the list goes up. It's wide-ranging, and you've worked with everyone from like Bono to Jennifer Hudson. Like you've worked with everyone. How did you curate you've watched with how did you curate the people that are in this film? How did that process come about?
At the beginning when I had this kind of idea, there are like hundreds of artists. Idea, also our amazing staff that are contacting. So then my idea was not shooting in the living room, shooting the big production. I mean, as big as possible. At the same time, there's a lot of COVID restriction, and then, so I didn't wanna, break that kind of fine line cross that line. So then I wanted this project to be very international. At the same time, I want the artist to be very edgy, to somehow, we have the same kind of like connection, something like a mutual understanding. So then, we shot more artists though. Yeah.
Is that for the next one?
I feel very grateful to be working with those amazing artists. Also, even same artists, we shot more songs. Yes.
Cut. You're the director.
Director cut's gonna be like a really long. So.
It'll be like Get Back by the Beatles. It'll be like 9 hours.
Yeah, well, it could be part 2.
Well, I don't know if you were in the room or could hear what was going on in the room, but from where I was sitting, it seemed it was when you and Hyde performed, when you did Red Swan. That was what got the fun. People broke into applause, and that's 3/4 of the Last Rock Stars right there. I saw Last Rock Stars at who was at the Palladium show? Oh wow! It was epic. It was one of the best shows I ever saw. So, just switching gears for a second, I know you're playing. Actually, you're playing in this kind of mall. You're playing the Dolby.
Yes, October 20th. By the way, that show, I'm gonna be doing something completely unprecedented and crazy with orchestra, and I may be playing, I shouldn't say a lot because it's supposed to be a surprise, but maybe playing drums or something like this. Or actually, October, I'm gonna be playing, shows in Tokyo, 7th, 8th, 9th. Actually, it's been the biggest show in terms of my classical career. Then 13th, I'm going to Royal Albert Hall in London. Actually, I was there 2 days ago. Yes, then we may have more announcement in terms of that classical tour. But I'm not talking about more dates, just talking about what I'm going to be doing this. Could be guests or whatever. So then coming back here October 20th, Dolby Theatre. Make sure you guys want to come. Yeah. Then October 28th, I'm gonna be playing the Carnegie Hall again. Doesn't mean just only music. Could be film, could be fashion, everything. Then in terms of music, I started playing piano when I was 4 years old, and I started playing drums when I was 10. So I just used this metaphor in an interview today, first time. So I'm just still cook, if you're a cook, right? You're cooking French cuisine or Italian cuisine or Chinese cuisine. You're still cooking a good food, cuisine, right? So basically composing classical music or rock and roll, I don't see that much difference actually. Yeah.
And have you ever experienced any obstacles in being accepted in either world? I don't know which world is harder to be accepted in. You started in one, but you're kind of more known for another.
Yeah, so that's a good question. So yes, obviously there's there's a limit of my time, how much I can dedicate to, So yes, there's so many amazing classical composers and pianists around the world. So they've been dedicating entire their lives to practicing piano, something like this. Also, same as rock, So there are amazing drummers, amazing rock stars all over the world. So I try to, if I work on 8 hours for classical, 8 hours for rock, I try to work 16 hours. There's no excuse, I do both. I just have to do both 100%. Then I'm adding being director or being fashion designer. Just work 24 hours.
How do you do it? Every time I look at your Instagram, you're like in another country, you're on a plane somewhere. How do you find all this energy and passion to do all these things at once? We haven't even talked about the fact that a new X Japan song came out recently.
Yes, that's right. I just felt, thank you. Angel, I just feel like I'm very grateful. I'm still, living in this world. To be honest, when Hide, Japan's amazing guitar player, when he died, I was like, why him? Should be me living this world. So I just went through really dark time. Then again, my fans actually kind of, saved me from, a lot of dark things. So I almost feel like I got given a second chance. So why not giving you guys back 100% or 1,000% of what I have? So yeah, that's how I feel.
It was so nice that Hide and Taji were represented in this film, that you had a moment to pay tribute to them as well.
Yeah, I said in the film, as far as I'm doing something, they're gonna find out X Japan. Then they'll find out who Hide was, who Taiji was, or who Hide is, or who Taiji is, So yeah, that's part of my mission, I guess.
We are running out of time, but speaking of mission, what was the mission of this film? What was the ultimate goal, message you want people to take away?
Yeah, I was very confused during the pandemic. Maybe not only me, for you guys as well, right? So then, yeah, I wanted to believe in the power of music, power of art. Then at the same time, why are we fighting? Why, I mean, even these days, why we are divided? I know it sounds kind of cliche, but this under the sky means we are still under the sky. We haven't gone up to the above the sky yet. We are, my mother went there last year.
So sorry to hear that.
So we shouldn't waste time to fight or anything. We should, share our love. While, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. So then, as an artist, I think that's something I can do. Then even the process of making this, I also realized, Yoshiki, there's no time to waste to complain or hate something. You are giving this life. You are breathing right this moment. Let's make best out of it. Then let's give love to people. That's why I'm doing it.
Thank you for doing it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for letting me take time to do this chat, to be here, and thank you everybody for coming and for watching. I'm looking forward to finding out what your next film is. And I'll see you at the Dolby and the YouTube.
You know how long Japan's album is taking?
Yeah, just speak to me on that. What's going on with that?
Yeah, this film only took 3 years, to make.
Great art takes time.
One kind of mean in terms of like when it's gonna be released, but I'm sure it's gonna be good.
I know it's going to be good, so we'll definitely watch this space. But in the meantime, congratulations on Under the Sky.
Thank you so much for maybe fans and the friends to be here. It means a lot to me. Then I have to see you soon at the Dolby Theatre. Thank you, Lindsay.
Everybody, so you're going to exit. Everybody stay in your seats, and then that's what I'm told to tell people. So
Really?
yeah, that's what I was told.
Including myself? Just kidding. Okay. Again, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Already, thank you. Okay, sure. Okay, try one more time. That was very blurry. Okay. Thank you. Arigato. Okay, that's better, yeah? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Oh, you might.